Hello YouTube, this is DrawingKid1313. Welcome to episode 14 of my Let's Play series. This is the spring break 1 hour marathon of me boring you guys to death by talking and playing Minecraft. So, like I said, this is the spring break special. So we have a lot of stuff that we can do in this 1 hour episode that I'm going to make. And I hope you guys enjoy. And I'm logging into my world for the first time since episode 13. I have not done anything. Well, actually, I kind of have. I went over to my equivalent exchange room and sucked up most of the EMC that we have in here. As you can see, I was just kind of checking things out, making sure everything's still working so I don't embarrass myself on future episodes. And yeah, so as you can see, we have close to 2 million EMC in here, and I believe this actually holds like 3.2 million. So there goes my bad math again. I really have no idea though. Yeah, 3.2 million because 8 times 4 would be 32. Awesome. So yeah, we have quite a bit of EMC here. Let's go ahead and see what we can do about this. There's a few things that I want to craft that have to do with equivalent exchange. First thing that we're going to craft, and this is going to help us with mining a lot. I'm definitely going to be able to get a lot of resources this way, and yeah, it's just going to be awesome. So as you can see, I have my destruction catalyst right here. The way that we make this is with 4 Mobius fuel, which I believe you guys have seen before. Some flint and steel, which is a vanilla item, and then this Nova Catalyst. Nova Catalyst is crafted using TNT and Mobius fuel. So it looks like we're going to need, actually let's see, we need 2 pieces of TNT, 2, 4, 6 pieces of Mobius fuel, and you know, that flint and steel. So let's go ahead over here and just oh, I didn't want a whole stack. I only wanted 1. So yeah, we got that, and then we run over here, get some flint, and then let's run over to our transmutation table. Go in here, put our Klein star in, and let's see if we could target some type of fuel. There we go. Okay. I'll burn that up later. So anyway, we need 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 pieces of Mobius fuel. And then we need 10 pieces of gunpowder, and then we'll have some sand. Let's just put all that in there. Let's get a half stack of sand. That way we can craft everything that we may need. And then let's go ahead and just suck that up with my Klein star right here. Pretty cool. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and craft our TNT. And we craft it up like this. I've never really crafted TNT before. It's not usually something that I use, but you know, pretty cool. So let's go ahead and place 2 pieces of Mobius fuel in there, and we get 2 Nova Catalysts for each. Put those in the corner after we get our flint and steel, that is. Which I always forget there we go. I always forget like the pattern for that. But anyway, we have our Nova Catalysts in the corner. And then Mobius fuel right there, and we get our destruction catalyst. Let's go ahead and play around with this thing, shall we? Let's just run downstairs here. Run, 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 run. And this looks like a good place. I haven't really mined here. No, actually no. As you can see, I'm kind of doing a strip mine where I just kind of go every 2 overs when I make a new mining place. So let's just go ahead and do so right here. So if we, and this does use EMC, by the way, it does use some power to operate this. And you could have that in the form of redstone, or you know, in your Klein star, whatever you may have. So if we just go up to a wall and we right click on it, it gets rid of that wall and it mines it. And if you notice, there's a little item ball right here which contains all the items that was mined in this. So that's pretty cool. Mines out 9 blocks at once. But let's go ahead and do something a little more exciting. If we press V to charge this thing up, and then we right click on the wall, it mines out a good portion of stuff right there. So as you can see, just mining away. We already found a cave and whatnot, and yeah. So let me go ahead and light this thing up so that you guys can see. But yeah. And yeah, I see all those ores and whatnot. I'll get those eventually. So let's just go ahead and light this place up. And yeah, so Nova Catalyst. Very useful for mining. Good way of getting some resources very quick. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and head back home. I'll meet you there. Alright, so I'm back up here. And this is a good time to test out my sorting system, isn't it? Go ahead and put our ores in there. I think I have uranium ore already in the system. Let's go ahead and just put everything else that we may have in our inventory, and it should sort it all out. Pretty cool. I like it. So you know, excuse me, that's a pretty good way of mining, but as you notice, there's still some ores and stuff that it missed along the wall. And you know, I could take my mining drill and mine out all the ores that I may have missed, but who wants to do that? We have equivalent exchange. Let's go ahead and throw our Kleinstar in here and get 3 pieces of dark matter. Let's also get 2 diamonds. Alright? Then in our crafting table, put the diamonds like that, and we put the dark matter like so. This gets us the dark matter pickaxe. So let's go ahead downstairs and see what this is all about. So I'm just going to run down the stairs again. And let's see if we can find the little mine that we have already started. Right here, perfect. Alright, so this dark matter pickaxe, as you can see, it breaks blocks pretty quickly. I think that's pretty nice. But of course we could charge it up with V. It has 2 charge levels, and then it breaks blocks even quicker. Pretty awesome. Another thing that you could do with ores is if you right click on a vein of ores, it'll give you all the ones that are in there, and it'll just put it into an item ball, and you're good to go. So as you can see, it works with almost all of the other ores that are included in the game, including the industrial craft ones, but it does not work with forestry, so we just have to mine that ourselves, don't we? So as you can see, I'm just going around and right clicking on any vein of ores, and it gets us all the items that are inside it. So very easy, makes it very easy to mine, and I'll definitely have a lot of resources because of this. And you know, I won't have to use my transmutation to get everything that I may possibly need, because like I said, I don't really like doing that per se. So yeah, pretty cool. I like it. But you know, this breaks blocks really pretty quickly, but let's go one level ahead, one step ahead, and make it really super awesomely cool, shall we? So again, I'll meet you upstairs in my house. Alright, so I'm back here, and let's go ahead into our transmutation table, take our Kleinstar Veer, and take out 3 pieces of red matter. Yeah, what we're going to build is pretty expensive. Let's go ahead and see how much EMC this includes. As you can see, it's 614,000, so quite a bit of EU. Or not EU, but EMC, that is. And then we also need 1 piece of dark matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade this dark matter pickaxe. And, well, I'm pretty sure you can guess. We're going to upgrade it to a red matter pickaxe. Pretty cool. Not only does it look pretty freaking sweet. I mean, come on. And if you saw, like, someone just walking around the street like that, you'd be, I mean, I'd be pretty scared. I don't know about you guys, but, you know. Oh no, I'm destroying my house, aren't I? Oh no. Anyway, let's go ahead and run downstairs. Where am I? Run. I have an idea. Let's just jump up here. Place a portal right there. And then we could run downstairs. And let's take out our red matter pickaxe. Very cool. Very expensive item too, though. And as you can see, it's just gonna mine stuff pretty quickly. And as with the dark matter pickaxe, we can charge it up. This one has 1, 2, 3 charge levels, as you can see. And now it pretty much breaks stone 1 click. So as you can see, I just eat up all that stone. Pretty cool, right? So that's pretty awesome. Another thing that it does, like just like with the dark matter pickaxe, is if you go up to a vein of ores and you right click on it, except for these things, that is, I'll collect them anyway. But if you go up to a vein of ores and you right click on it, it'll give you all the ores that are inside that vein. Pretty cool. The only difference is this can cover a lot more. Oh wow, this looks pretty sweet. But it can cover a lot more ores. Like the dark matter pickaxe does have a limit to how many ores it can mine at once. So, you know, just running around, collecting some stuff. Little item balls are dropping, and this is pretty much to prevent lag, especially with some of the more powerful items. And you would have items just dropping like crazy. So what Equivalent Exchange has done is made it a lot easier, and just put it in an item ball. Pretty cool, right? As you can see, we got all that coal just in one little click of the mouse. I like it. I don't like water. Just get that, and where am I going? Oh, I'm like, something's pushing me. And you know it works on the rubies, and the silver, and then the iron, which I can't reach. Alright, cool. We got a whole bunch of stuff, don't we? I'm just gonna kinda go around and mine. Oh wait, no, why am I see, it's just a habit to bring out my drill, you know? Just a habit. So anyway, let's try not to fall into the lava, that would kinda suck. And let's head back up to our base with our portal. Pretty awesome. So let's see, are we left over with any EMC here? Somewhere in my client star. We have a little less than 1 million, so we don't have too much, so I'm just gonna hold off on any other things that we may craft. Hold on, let me look at one recipe. Alright, I think we can manage this. What do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's easy enough. We also need a bucket of lava. Just get it from here. And then we also need iron. And let's just go ahead and target that, and let's burn that up and get the rest of the iron. Even though I only need 8 pieces. Yeah, I know I have some iron ore there, but you know, why do that? And then, as you saw, we need some feathers, which I don't believe I have any. I need some feathers, don't I? Want some feathers. Where the heck is my all the stuff that I need to craft? Do I have feathers? I don't think I've ever killed a chicken. Been pretty good with that. I don't know. I hope I have a feather, because that would kind of suck if I don't, because I can't build what I want to. So I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead, take a nap, and then I'm gonna run around and see if I can find any chickens. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm just heading back here from my little chicken hunt. And first things first, I'm going to teach this to my transmutation table. It is learned, that is good. And then we're going to craft up what I wanted to craft up. So the first thing that we need is an iron band. The way we get this is with 8 pieces of iron surrounding in a lava bucket. That gets us an iron band. Let's go ahead and burn up this little bucket right here. And put the EMC into our client star. So the next thing that we have to craft is, well, the item that we wanted. So, as if I remember correctly, it was 4 pieces of dark matter in the corner, followed by some feathers right there. This gets us the Swift Wolf's Rending Gale. Pretty cool. Let me go ahead and just auto sort my inventory. So we have that, we have some Nicklight, all that stuff. That's just gonna get put into Mist Junk. That is probably 2. And then we have that, we have our silver and our tin ore, all kinds of ore. Redstone, we have some coal, and more cobble. Alright, all looks good. Awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out what this Swiftfoot Rending Gale is all about. So first off, if we press G, it doesn't do anything. I haven't really used this much. Alright, so G doesn't do anything, but if you double tap space, you can see that I now have the ability to fly. And no, I am not in creative mode. This is all part of this Swiftfoot Rending Gale. Pretty cool, allows you to fly around and allows you to explore your world. So while we're flying around, let's go ahead and check on our bees. I haven't checked on them in a while. And basically like the way you fly is just like in in creative mode, you know? Pretty cool. Oh yeah, the Common Queen doesn't work there, does it? I still haven't taken care of that. And I don't really care about that one either. Let's go ahead and travel over to here. So, nice way to travel. I think it's pretty awesome. Pretty cool for exploring the world, and yeah, I like it. And it's gonna come in handy, like, I don't know, if we're building anything and whatnot. So it's over here. Let's go right there and check on our bees. As we see, we have a Meadows Princess. Where does this have to be? It needs cacti near it. So let's go ahead and let that do its thing, and let's go ahead and travel home. So let's go ahead and get out my... And this doesn't need to be in your hand while you're flying around. It just needs to be on your hotbar. So that's something to remember. So let's go ahead through the portal, and bam. Reset. And I'm not sure if this is true. I'm just gonna take a chance here. But I think that while you have this on your hotbar, you don't experience fall damage. Pretty cool. I like it. As you know, I like to jump off of cliffs and whatnot. So yeah, no fall damage taken. Pretty awesome. So I'm just gonna kind of keep that right there and keep my bread ready. So let's craft up one more thing that has to do with equivalent exchange, shall we? This is something that I've wanted to do for a while. And if we go ahead into NEI here, we look up the recipe for an alchemy bag. Pretty cool. I think I want a purple one. So as you can see, we need some purple wool, we need an alchemical chest, and some covalence dust. First, let's craft up this alchemical chest. We need a chest, 2 iron ingots, some stone, and then some covalence dust, all 3 different tiers. So first off, let's go ahead and get 2 stone that we need. Through this little thing right here, if we get our requester tool, let's go ahead and request 2 iron ingots. And ooh, look, we have a chest there too. Let's go ahead and request that as well. And then we need, oh yeah, we need the covalence dust, don't we? Let's go ahead and request it. Is it in here? Cool, so I just need one of those, and 4 of these. Pretty cool, let's craft it up. So, if I remember correctly, just that, it was that, and then it was that, and then it was that, and then we have our chest and our diamond, which are backwards. And then we have our alchemical chest. Let's go ahead and request some, let's see, do I have any wool? We need 5 pieces. Now, do I have the dye that I need? Let's go ahead and request this stuff, and then let's request 3 of these things. So I have some lapis and some rose red. This gets us purple dye. Combine the purple dye with our wool. This gets us purple wool. And with this recipe, you could use any color wool, and that depends on the color bag that you craft. So basically, an alchemy bag, if I go ahead and craft it up before I really talk about it, it's a pretty cool and nifty little thing that we have here. first off, if we have it in our hand and we just right click on it, it pretty much brings up the inventory of an alchemical chest. The only difference is it works anywhere. As long as we have it in our hand, we have whatever we have in the chest. So I could throw all my stuff in here and everything would be good. Not the alchemy bag. Don't make that mistake. I've done that a few times. So as you can see, I have nothing in my inventory right now. But if I take out my alchemy bag, everything's still in there. Even if I were to drop it, walk away, and go back. Still there. So that is pretty cool. Another thing is, let's say you were to like fall into lava and you lose your alchemy bag. Good news is, if you craft up one of the same color, it has all the stuff that you had inside it. So I think it's pretty nifty, and I'm just going to use it to store a few of the things that I have. First off, I'm going to put this purple dye in here. And yeah, let's go ahead and right click on here. Now I'm going to keep my Beealyzer, going to keep my screwdriver, my wrench, I'm going to keep my axe in there. I want to keep all this stuff with me, but I'm going to keep my destruction catalyst in there, and my Klein star, I think. And I'll keep my sword on me, then I'll keep my portal gun, and then even this red matter pickaxe I'll have in there, along with the divining rod. So pretty cool, and I can just put that in there, and my inventory should be a lot neater now. So, I like it. Let's go ahead and move on to what we want to do this episode. So I'm over here in my sorting room, and I'm seeing that we have a crap ton of these sugar canes right here. This is all thanks to our humongous sugarcane farm that's doing its thing over there. Very awesome, very cool. Problem is, I don't really need all these sugar canes. I mean, yeah, I could become a sugar addict by putting this in a crafting table and having a whole bunch of sugar and just carrying it around and looking like a crack addict. But I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna have the sugar. So let's go ahead and think of a solution for this. First things first, I'm going to take out my remote order and then request 8 redstone. Yeah, no, I was just in my sorting room and I forgot what I came there for. And then I'm just gonna request 1 basic logistics pipe. Let's go ahead and craft these up. So what I'm doing here is I'm making a logistics chassis Mark 1. Pretty cool. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it on one of my Mark 3 relays right here. It doesn't look too pretty, does it? Maybe I want to have this underneath. The only problem is I have this collector, but I guess I'll just have one less collector. Another thing that I'm going to need is some of those teleport pipes. Do I have any in my system? Teleport, teleport, teleport. Cool. I'll need 2 of those. So let's go ahead and put 1 of these on here. And right like that. And let's use frequency 4. Looks promising. Actually, no, wasn't I using frequency 4? Could have sworn that that's what I used for my I need to eat. Could have sworn that that's what I need to use for my over here. Let's go ahead and eat and walk at the same time. No, I used frequency 3. Alright, so I'm up to frequency 4. I still have to make a list of those, and yeah, I have to do a world upload soon as well. What was this, episode 14? Maybe? Yeah, I think it's episode 14. So maybe I'll do it episode 15. That sounds good. I'll do a world upload episode 15. That would be cool if one of you remind me, because I'll probably forget. So, like I said, frequency 4 can receive true, and then we're not going to hook that up yet. What we're going to do is in our alchemy bag, we're going to get our wrench, and then we're going to put that in our hand and open up this thing. As you can see, we have room for 1 module, which is why this was a fairly cheap thing right here. Oh these cats are so annoying. What was I crafting? They're so obnoxious. I may just have to like move them to a different room. I'm gonna put them like deep underground. Maybe eventually when I do my nuclear reactor room, I'll put them there. Then they'll become mutant cats. Anyways, I think this is what I need, a terminus module. No, maybe not. Huh. I don't want a polymorphic, let me go ahead and do a little bit of research about what module I want to use in that chassis pipe, because I know I want to use one module, but I kind of forget what it was. So, I'll be right back. Alright, so I did a little bit of research, and I'm back here, and I was correct. What we do need is the terminus module. So what we're going to need is some purple dye and some ink sacs. Ink sacs, I believe I have somewhere in my transmutation table. I think I have it memorized, or, you know, whatever that word that I'm looking for is. Actually I have two right here, sorry. Hope I didn't cough into the mic. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. I'll use some of this to get more purple dye. We also need 4 pieces of iron, because we need an iron gear. We also need... We need to make a blank module, so that's a piece of gold. Actually, no, do I have gold nuggets in here? Absolutely not. So let's see, what else do we need? I need paper. There we go, that should work. And this is why I have sugar canes, right? And then the next thing that we're going to need is some redstone. Let's just grab a stack. And I think we can... Oh wait, no, because we need some more purple dye. Let's go over here. Throw into here that, so that it learns it. And let's go ahead and grab another piece. So, right here what I'm going to do is just craft up 1 gear. Oh yeah, look. I have that. Let's go ahead and burn that up and put it into our Kleinstar, which I don't have. Maybe I'll just keep my Kleinstar in my inventory. That's probably more handy, because I use it quite often if you haven't noticed. So yeah, I just kind of dropped my sticks on the floor. We have our wooden gear, we have our stone gear, and we have our iron gear. Very cool. So what we're going to do now is craft up some gold nuggets, and then we have our paper. There, and we need 6 pieces of paper. And then we have our redstone like so, and then gold nugget gets us a blank module. We put our blank module in here, and we put an iron gear, followed by purple, I think it was on these sides, ink sacs, and redstone. There we go, this gets us the terminus module. And then let's go back up here, sort out our inventory a little bit. Like I said, we need to put our redstone in here. And then let's go ahead and just keep our gold nuggets in here. Cool. Let's see, is there anything else that I need to... Nope. Okay, I think we're good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of dig behind here and put down another teleport pipe, like so. This is going to be frequency 4, can receive true. And... yeah. Let's fix that now. Don't be lazy. I want it to transmute in a cube. There we go. Now let's just change it back to a panel. Alright, so over here we're going to put this terminus module in here. And I still forgot what I needed. Let's go ahead over to our logistics pipe and request. Look, I have over 3,000 sugar canes. There we go. So now I have a piece of sugar cane. How awesome. And what we're going to do with this is if we click on this little exclamation point, it says terminated items. And basically, this is like a supplier pipe. Let's get rid of TMI here. This is like a supplier pipe, only it has a lower priority than the polymorphic item sync modules that we have. So basically, once that chest is full of sugarcane, all sugar canes will go into here and they will be burnt up and turned directly into EMC. So pretty cool. Let's go ahead and test our little test this little fix that we have thought up here. So we're just gonna go over to here, and obviously there's a lot more room in my chest. So you know, we have a lot more sugar canes than we really need. So I'm just gonna kind of take all this out. And I'm going to organize these things a little bit. This wood is different than everything else. That annoys me. You're not supposed to be different. So let me go ahead and kind of organize this chest, and I'll be right back. There we go. That looks a lot better. So as you can see, I have all my sugarcane in here. I'm just going to take out half a stack of that. So this leaves just a little bit of room for a little bit more sugarcane to arrive in our chest, but as you can see, my inventory on my player is pretty much just full of sugarcane. So let's go ahead and put all this into our input chest, and then as you can see, it's still pulling it out, so it still has a specific place to go. So now where it should be going is, it should be going into here. Can receive true. The heck is it going? It's just like drop. Oh, I must have had some in here. Dang it. Alright. Oh, there's still sugarcane in here. Oh, there's still sugarcane in here. Alright, so now there's no sugarcane anywhere else, right? Correct? Cool. Alright. I'll just have to be careful. Hello. I'll just have to be careful not to put any sugarcane anywhere else. So let's go ahead back into here and put a whole bunch of sugarcane into there. Just like that. And as you can see, it's pulling it all out. And hopefully now we see a whole bunch of sugarcane being put into our Mark III relay. So it's just going to burn all this up, and let's see, what does a stack of sugarcane have EMC wise? Well, one sugarcane has 32, so a whole stack has the equivalent of a gold ingot. So that's a lot of EMC, you know? Let's go ahead and put our gold ingot in there. So pretty cool. We fixed that little mistake, and that's kind of obnoxious. I don't like that there. I really have to think of a different way to have this set up. Oh, sorry, just stretching. Oh, so tired. I was, if any of you know Generic B, for April Fool's Day, which is actually today, but probably isn't going to be when I upload this episode. But yeah, he did a 2-hour long special, so I just sat here and watched that. That's what I've been doing for most of the day. So I think the next thing that I want to do is, I want to solve this little peat situation. I want to have this sorted into our auto sorting system. Alright? So, a good way to test this would be to grab a stack of peat, go over to our thing over here, open our door, and have a good place for this in our sorting system, which is probably just going to be in the forestry. Kind of have to be quick about how I do this. Just so no more sugarcane end up in here. Alright, because I have a lot of peat, right? So yeah, I think all this peat is going to end up taking 2 full rows. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to give it 2 full rows of stuff. So I'm just going to kind of put that right there. Oh no, that was a close one. Almost got sugarcane going over here. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Just kind of keep splitting the thing in half so that I can always have one, or I don't know, what am I saying? Again, it's getting kind of late. I probably have to go to bed soon. But I just can't sleep if there's something that I have to do in this game. Yeah, I'm addicted. I will admit it. So yeah, just gonna kind of put this right there. And, let's see, put that like so. This like that, because I don't really plan to have a lot of rubber wood. There we go. So now we have a place for our beeswax. We have a place for our propolis right here. Place for our bees, scoops and flowers, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I'll probably have to fix that eventually. But anyways, and I probably don't need a whole column for saplings either. But you know, it's whatever. I was just trying to take up room so that sugarcane had no place in my system. Oh no, it ended up in here. It's just everywhere. I can't get rid of it. I can't. But anyways, sugarcane. And let's just burn up the sugar, which probably has the same EMC value as regular sugarcane. Alright, so, cool, we have 814,000. And this should still be burning through. It already has it done. Cool. Alright, so, let's go ahead and... what do we need to do next? Yeah, we are going to do something about that peat. So, what I'm going to need is I'm going to need my requesting tool. And let's see, do I have any teleport pipes? Perfect. I need 2. I might even need more than that. I'm not really sure. Do I have any basic logistics pipes? I'll need 3 of those. 3-ish, I guess. What else do I need? Use a diamond transport pipe. Because basically the way that I want it to work is I want this thing to be automatically supplied with bog earth. I also want it to be to automatically output the peat and put it into my sorting system, which is why I need a teleport pipe like so. And then I'm also going to need, I don't know, that seems good. Let's go with this and see if we need anything else. So, we're over here. And let's see, these biogas engines, I have to replace these with peat engines, don't I? I'll do that soon. Anyways, so we have our bog earth in here. We have a whole bunch of peat in here, and we have dirt. So basically what I want to have happen is I'm going to get rid of that. And it's probably taking longer because I'm flying. Forgot about that. That's the obnoxious thing. Like, if you're flying and you're trying to mine, it's going to take quite a bit. Hey look, I missed a spot of water. There we go. And I still have to make all that grass and whatnot. But yeah, this sugarcane farm is just awesome. That's a lot of sugarcane. I probably don't even need nearly that much. But anyway, can't hurt. Anyways, what we need is a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't have. So let's go ahead and fly back. I need, from my system, we need to get supplier pipes. So, let's just grab a handful of that and a handful of that. There we go, perfect. Back outside. And it's dark out, of course. It's always dark out when I do videos. What else? Anyways, with this, what we're going to do, and I'm just going to kind of try and remember the recipe off the top of my head. Supplier logistics pipes. What's one piece of lapis? Nothing? Okay. So we need a supplier. And we need to supply this thing with bog earth. But obviously there's no bog earth production to supply it with, is there? Another thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up this teleport pipe. Like so on frequency 5. And we're not going to have it receiving anything because I don't want it to just yet. And then, like I said, this is going to output the peat, and then this is going to output the dirt. So, oh, I don't want to break that, do I? Oh, we need some stone transport pipes. I'm just going to use cobblestone for now. And we got that, and we have our cobblestone pipes. Cool. So, this is going to output from this side. Let's just have it outputting from here. This is going to output like so. And just trying to think of how I want this to work. Is that a skeleton? You are no match for me. How are you shooting me from behind? Anyways, you will fall to your death. That was pretty fun. I taught that skeleton who's boss. Meanwhile, I'm like Superman, can't be hurt. Yeah, talk about getting distracted. Ooh, a bunny. Anyways, I don't think I need this. I'm just going to have this all go to one place right here. Right? So the dirt is going to come out of here, go into here, and go into my system, which I have frequency 0. Isn't that like the basic input of everything? If I remember correctly. And I'm pretty sure it was, but can't hurt to check, right? Yep, frequency 0 is my main input. I like this portal then. It's handy. Anyways, is it really raining? Let's go ahead and take a nap. Ooh, like I said, I'm really out of it, so, I don't know. Yeah, it stopped raining. Didn't I need something? No. Alright, so, lag. We have our teleport pipe here, can receive false, which is all good. This is going to supply this thing with peat. Or not peat, but bog earth, that is. So, let's go ahead and test all this. Let's just go ahead and put a whole bunch of dirt right there. And we need some engines to supply this, don't we? Yeah. Problem solved. I can fly. But anyways, so we got those. Let's go ahead and make some peat-fired engines, shall we? It's kind of an obnoxious noise after a while, isn't it? We need some iron. Or not some iron, but some copper, that is. Why do I have 64 things of sugarcane? Put all the dirt in there too. I'm not sure if I need a diamond transport pipe. That's more for other things that we're going to do in the future. Ugh, I have nothing to drink. Damn it. I'm thirsty. That's a sign that it's time to go to bed. What are they doing? Yeah, we need some copper so we can make some peat-fired engines. So I'm just gonna go ahead and craft these up. My wood. Let's go ahead and turn this into wooden planks, and then we can, I think I have it in my alchemy bag. But anyway. So we need 2 peat-fired engines, so that means that we're going to need 4 copper gears. We have wooden, we have stone, and then we have copper. And then let's go ahead and get 2 pieces of iron, 2 pieces of redstone, and let's craft up our pistons. And let's get our wooden planks. Got our pistons, we got our copper gears, and then we have our copper, and then we have our glass. There you go, we have our peat-fired engines. How awesome. Another thing that we're going to need is 2 more supplier pipes, because we want these to be automatically supplied with peat, don't we? So I'm just going to go ahead and hook up some supplier pipes to that. And then we're going to go down over here. It's a lot of vines. Now, I'm not sure if it's a coincidence that just those are still dirt, but I don't know. I guess not, because there's other ones that aren't dirt. I don't know. I was just kind of wondering as to if the vines affect the growth of peat or not. But anyways, let's go ahead and that like that. Put this like so, and then have 2 supplier pipes like that. Then let's go into our alchemy bag and get our wrench, and let's tell this, let's just get a half stack of peat to keep this one stocked with 5 peat, and this one stocked with 5 peat. And then let's just, oh, hold on, I'm an idiot. There we go. Problem solved. I can fly. This is definitely something that I was looking forward to. An equivalent exchange. I really like the whatever this is called. Peat-fired engines. There we go. Put those there, and then we have to hook up our supplier. I don't want that connecting. Let's go ahead and take the long way. Alright, so, sorry for the awkward silence. Let's go ahead right here into here and put 5 peat. Why not? Let's do 10. There we go, we have 10. And I don't want to reorient that. Let's just go ahead and put some peat in there and some peat in there. And then I also eventually want to have some type of on-off system with wireless redstone and whatnot. But for now, I'll just use levers. So those are going. I'm trapped, and the peat from here, or not the peat, but the dirt should be already taken care of. And as you can see, it's outputting like so. It's harvesting everything. So let's go ahead and break this thing. Break that thing. And let's go over to here. Look at all that. That's beautiful, isn't it? And I have a feeling that that's going to overflow my thing right here. I don't know, will it? Nope, but it's pretty close. We have quite a bit of peat. And to be honest, I'm probably just gonna turn off those machines because we really don't need any more peat. Especially since it doesn't. What's the word that I'm looking for? Ugh. Lag. That's interesting. Looks like the dirt has nowhere to go. I thought that it would output at the top, but apparently not. So, to solve that, let's go ahead and do this. No, I want that. Let's just go ahead and use dirt right there. We can make a cobblestone. So yeah, cobblestone transport pipes. Let's go ahead and do this like so. Easy, simple, and yeah, I really don't know what to say anymore. But anyways, we need that right there, followed by that, that, and that. Cool. So now it should work, and it should, dirt should have a place to go, but just to test. Cool. Oh, nope, it's going out different ways. Interesting. So I don't really want that happening. So maybe this is where we need the diamond transport pipe. Let's break this. Let's turn our machines off. And let's go ahead and use a diamond pipe right here. I don't really know. What frequency was this on? I had this on 5. Which right now leads to nowhere, but let's go ahead and put it right there. And then let's go ahead and put our diamond transport pipe right there like so. And then let's go ahead and hook our cobblestone transport pipe up like so. And let's go into here, tell it that in the green path, that's where Pete goes. Pete goes down the green path, followed by Dirt going down the yellow path. Dirt goes down the yellow path, and then down the red path is where our bog earth is going to go. Steal one of those, and that goes down there, on the red path. Nothing goes down the blue path. So cool, looks like we have that all sorted out. Yep. Just to make sure, let's go ahead and activate these. And our dirt is going out of there. Right now it's going nowhere. That's awesome. This dirt can go down the red path as well. There, is it happy? No. This is an interesting dilemma. It's kind of aggravating. What if we put down a basic logistics pipe over there? Let's go ahead over here. Request a basic logistics pipe. There we go. And I know I have this in the middle of what would be an intersection, but I thought that diamond pipes are smart enough. Let's put that right there. Let's go and collect all this dirt and put it in there. Nope, still does nothing. Well, I'm gonna think about this system a little bit. I don't want to bore you guys too much. But I also don't want to get made fun of for being a complete idiot and not knowing how to set this up. This is interesting. I don't know. Like I said, I'll think about it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. So yeah, on to the next thing. Alright, so while I was thinking of a few things that I could do, I just went downstairs and I mined for a little bit, and I got quite a bit of resources thanks to my destruction catalyst and my red matter pickaxe. So putting them into my sorting system, I noticed that some of it's working. I'm still getting a lot of resources up there. However, you'll see that there's some that don't quite make it and they end up going in here. Also, there's a huge backlog of things due to the fact that I heard a zombie. Due to the fact that these are just extractor modules, so they'll pull one thing out at a time. So let's go ahead and do something to fix that. I'm just gonna take all these out at the moment, and just gonna take everything out, and there we go. So this was frequency 3. Just gonna write that down because I know that I'll probably forget it. I'm just gonna break all these, and I'm going to break all of these and have my modules fly all over the place. Awesome. So it looks like I got everything back. Next thing that I could do is just disable these, and I'm not sure. I think that was something that it was about to do. Oh, yep, okay. Don't break these with a pickaxe. What are you? There you go, get out of there. Get out of there so I can kill you. There we go. Very good. So let me go ahead and get my wrench. That is right here. And then let me go ahead, and I have to recharge my backpack and all that, and I'm just going to collect those machines and I'll put them in my industrial craft thing, because I don't know, maybe I'll use them later, but whoa! You guys, that's not even cool. That's really not cool. It's not nice. I know I have enough light in here, and don't try to tell me that I don't. But anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna recharge my backpack and all that, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I did just as I said I was going to do. I went ahead and collected all my machines, and I put all of them in my industrial craft chest. So right now I'm just going to suck up all this EMC that we have laying around in here, and we're going to use equivalent exchange for this little auto smelting system that we have going here. Alright, so I'm just going to go around. I have quite a bit in here, and then I have like 800,000 in here and 800,000 in here, so I'll be right back. It might take a while. And wow guys, look, maxed out my Kleinstar Fear. Pretty awesome. That's a lot of EMC that we have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply steal a Kleinstar Zwei out of there, and I'm going to charge this up all the way. Next I'm going to go into here, and I'm just going to grab 8 pieces of red matter. Also going to grab 8 pieces of dark matter. 8. Phew, expensive. Surprised I had enough for all that. So with our dark matter, if we put it in a square like this, we get dark matter blocks. If we put our red matter in a square like that, we get red matter blocks. And these have the same EMC value as basic red matter and dark matter. I'm just going to teach it to them, just in case. So then with these dark matter blocks, if I put them like so... Hold on. Let's go ahead into NEI here. Apparently I have the recipe wrong. What we want to craft up is a dark matter... Oh, I need a regular furnace. Duh. I need a thing of... stone. See if we could like work our way all the way down stone. It'd be pretty interesting. And then from here, let's try rotten flesh, some seeds. Oh look, we got ourselves a furnace. Alright, that works. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our furnace in there, surround it with dark matter blocks, and we get a dark matter furnace. Now this is pretty cool. It has kind of a, no, I'll just show you guys. Let's go ahead and put it down right here. Now as you can see, Dark Matter Furnace has a huge slot here for smelting things, and you can put your Klein Star in there to power it, as well as, using like the Eternalist fuel and whatnot. And then, it has a huge little output slot for here, which is why we're going to be using this. However, we want something better than a Dark Matter Furnace. We're going to take our Dark Matter Furnace, we're going to put it in the middle there, and surround it by our Red Matter blocks. And we get a Red Matter Furnace. Let's go ahead and put this outside here. This is going to do everything we need. So as you can see, bigger inventory. And if we put, hold on, let me go ahead and collect my Klein Star Zwei that we have charging up over here, which is pretty much what I'm going to do, what I'm going to use as a fuel source. And it's not fully charged, but whatever. So we put our Klein Star Zwei in there, and if we just throw in all of these things, look at all that. Wow. Whew. You can see that it's just like going through there, and it's just like it's nothing, I think it's pretty cool. So like I said, smelts it very fast. Another thing that you should notice, if we take this out in here, if we take everything out like this, when we put a piece of tin ore, you'll see that we get 2 tin, and this will work with any ore. Basically what this does is it gives you 100% chance of doubling your income. So this means that we won't need any macerators or whatever that is. So we won't need those, and we only need this, and we are set to go. Pretty awesome, right? So now all we need to do is we need to hook up some logistics pipes, and I'm probably going to use a chassis pipe as well. So those weren't a complete waste, but I'm sure I can find uses for them eventually. So we need 1 chassis pipe, we need an extractor module, we need an item sync module. I think that's about it. Another thing that we need is a quick sort module. From my mining experiences, I got quite a bit of diamonds, and as you can see, I'm just kind of rolling in the ores and whatnot. Let's go ahead and put all those away. Wow. Yeah, remember when I was struggling to get all my ores? No problem anymore. Alright, cool. So we have everything that we need. We just need some wood, which is in here. Keep the stack on me. As you can see, I just put everything in here. I even gave myself a whole bunch of torches. Maybe I'll go ahead and show you guys the damage that I've done with this little destruction catalyst, because it's quite a sight to see. Well, I also need some cobble. If you also notice, my cobble chest was full. Remember that terminus module that we hooked up to our antimatter relay that's just burning up all our excess sugarcane and whatnot? Yeah, I added cobblestone, dirt, sand, and gravel to it just in case I run out of room in any of my chests. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get our wrench out while we're at it, and then let's craft up these things. So I need one diamond gear. Upgrade that to stone gear. Upgrade that to iron gear. I don't know why I got 4 of each. I don't know what I was thinking. Still kind of late, guys. Still kind of late. Right now it's about 12:36. But like I said, I'm on spring break, so I have no worries about staying up late. So I'm just kind of taking advantage of it now. Anyways, we need gold nugget. We need... do you have any paper? Paper would be nice. If not, I can get some thanks to that. There we go. Then I also need some redstone. That is... there we go. let's go ahead and craft this thing up, shall we? So we have our gold nugget, redstone, gets us our blank module, and then we needed the quick sort module, which didn't that use lapis? Yeah, it uses lapis, I'm pretty sure. So we just need 4 of those, and then we're all good. Put our blank module, diamond gear on top, lapis in the corners, and then redstone like so, and we get our quick sort module. Pretty cool. Oh, and remember when I was going over all the chassis pipes? Yeah, the Mark V chassis pipe can hold a total of 8 different modules. Instead of, you know, how I said it was 5, it's actually 8. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of tell you guys that. I need food. No. Hate when I do that. Anyways, let's go ahead over here. Forgot my teleport pipes. Erg. What do we have it? Yeah, we had frequency 3. See, good thing I wrote that down. I would have forgotten. So we got that. We have our chassis pipe. Hopefully we have everything. And I'm hoping what I do works as well. I don't know. Yep, there's a zombie on my roof. How awesome. So with this thing, what we're going to do is we're going to put our chassis pipe on there. Going to open up the interface. We're going to put an item sync module in there. We're going to put an extractor module, and we're going to put a quick sort module. This extractor module is going to extract from the side, and the input is in the top, and I believe it should go there. Let's go ahead and take all these out. Now let's go ahead and put our teleport pipe right like that on frequency 3. Can receive true. So pretty cool. Now if we put stuff on the outside there, doesn't look like the quick sort module is working. So we have a thing for that. So all we need is a item sync module there. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a another chassis pipe. And I'm just going to use one of the Mark 3s that I have. I know I don't need to, but I have them available to me already, so I'm just going to use them. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put another chassis pipe right here. We're also going to need some stone gears, which I really should start carrying around with me, or not stone gears, but stone transport pipes, which I don't even have any glass. Crap. Let's go ahead and get some. That's right, remote order. Alright, so let's see. I should have some pipes in here. I have cobblestone. Cool. Just request 4 of them. That should be more than enough. I feel like I swallowed a fly. That was weird. Cobblestone transport pipe. Let's go ahead and hook these 2 up. And right here, what we're going to do is not hit it with our Philosopher's Stone. I'm going to put a quick sort module in here, which should work. At least I would hope so. Let's see a possible problem we could have. Frequency 3, right? Let's go ahead and break this thing off. Let's go ahead and bring it over here. Put it right there. It looks perfect. 3 can receive true. Let's go ahead and run over here. See how this thing is doing. So we have our iron ingots, we have our quicksort module in here. Should be working. We have an item sync module in here. We have an extractor module. Don't need the extractor module. Let me think a little bit of how I want this system to work before I waste any more of you guys' time. Alright, so that's pretty interesting. I can't get the quicksort module to work. I've tried extracting from each side. I've tried putting it on a whole bunch of different sides. But I got something that's, I don't know, kind of close. But not really. So as you can see, I have everything in the output right here. And I basically... Remember all those extractor modules that I had to make in order to make my little system of Industrial Craft 2 machines to work? Well, I used all 5 of them with these 2 chassis pipes. So these are pretty much all extracting from the sides, and yeah, it's just extracting 5 items at once instead of a stack like it would with the quicksort module, but at least it's not extracting 1 item every time like it would with just 1 extractor module. So that's pretty interesting. Let's just go ahead and put all this junk in here. I don't really care where it goes as long as it goes somewhere. So I can also change this. I was like doing all kinds of crazy stuff as far as experiments go. Pretty interesting, I guess. 3. There we go. Now it should be extracting. There we go. Alright, so this should work. Let's just go down and let's mine a little bit and let's find out if it does work. Maybe I'll show a little bit of footage of me mining. So you can see I have my red matter pickaxe on me. Very important tool. And here's just some of the damage that I've done while mining. That cave goes on for quite a while. That cave goes on for quite a while. So does that one. Everything else here I've done by hand. But let's see, I got my destruction catalyst on me. I have my Klein star. Let's just go ahead and put away this, that, and let's keep our sword on us, shall we? Don't need that either. And we'll put that just like that. Pretty cool. So basically what I've been doing this whole time when I'm mining, I use my Swiftwolf so that I can go kind of quick. So yeah. And then what I do is I just take out this thing, fully charged destruction catalyst. I just go ahead and as fast as I can down this little hallway. So pretty exciting stuff, right? Ooh, whoa, lava. Alright. Looks like we're done with this area. Oh, there's still some more. Alright. And then basically once I get to something like this where I can't mine anymore, I'll fly again and I'll just put torches all along the sides like that. And as you can see, I missed some of the item balls because I was going pretty fast. But that's no worry, I'll just go back and collect them. So then when I come back here, I go and I collect my item balls, and any ores that I see laying around on the sides, I go ahead and collect. See that my inventory is almost full, but not quite. There's a lot of stuff. Ooh, some tungsten. Some of this stuff. Some tin. So yeah, this is pretty much what I do. Because I was just trying to think of a few ideas that I need to do for this episode, and you know what better way to do that than just mine. And then I just kind of put everything in my bag so that I can hold more and I don't have to make multiple trips upstairs. Very easy. Let's go ahead and get all this. Getting all the item balls, pretty cool. And then let's fly and let's go back. Not really worry about making all this like filling in all the holes in the floor and whatnot. Pretty much anything. Oh, let's go this way. There we go. And flying makes it a lot easier to jump up all these steps, doesn't it? Hey, skeleton. I don't really care about you. Alright, so now that we're in here, just gonna go ahead and take all our ores that we collected from that little trip. That back. Why not? Let's just take everything that we collected. Not the screwdriver, we didn't collect that. And some gravel and some dirt, which we can't fit. So we're just gonna go ahead and put all the cobblestone in there, and if we take a look on over here, since our cobblestone thing is full, it's all going to end up right here where it's going to be burned up into EMC. Pretty cool. And then let's go ahead and put all of our stuff like so in there, and iron, and let's go ahead and check on it over here. Oh look, it's a baby ocelot. Oh look, it's a big, oh Jesus Christ, it's like a freaking party over here. So it's not working. I know why. Ugh, stupid thing. Damn it. Let's check in here. There everything is. I believe this happened because I have this also on frequency 3. Hey look, cool. Let's go ahead and collect that. And then let's go back down to our sorting box. And let's throw in all our ores again. Hopefully this time it works. Oh god, I'm such an idiot. Remember how I put an item sync module in that one chassis pipe? Well, I need to tell it what items that it needs. Duh. So let's go ahead and get all this stuff. I think I got one of each ore, right? There's like, what, 5 of them? I think. Let's go ahead over. Ugh. I can't say I'm surprised I forgot this, but you know, whatever. It's kind of frustrating. So let's go ahead into here, into our item sync module. We're going to say we want silver ore, tin ore, gold ore, iron ore, and copper ore, all to go to this chest. And now let's go back over here, and now let me put these things in like so. It should work. Look at that. Everything's already cooked up. We didn't even have time to see it get cooked up. I mean, that's how quick it is. So pretty awesome, and it's outputting, or it's pulling out 5 items at once since we have all these extractor modules. So interesting little solution to our problem here. These aren't active, are they? Good. Probably because they ran out of peat, and that still isn't connected to anything, so it's not gonna request items. So that's why it's all dirt, because we also ran out of bog earth. Oh, so let me think of what else I need to do. I'll be right back. Alright guys, there's the spring break special 1-hour episode for you. What did you think? I thought it was pretty fun. Oops. Yeah, pretty productive. We did a lot of stuff. And yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it was a spring break special. It was a full 1 hour of me talking to you guys and hopefully doing exciting stuff, but you know, did a whole bunch of stuff with the equivalent exchange today. We pretty much used it to solve all our problems. But yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you join me for next episode, which will be episode 16. This has been episode 15, by the way. In the beginning of this video, I said it was episode 14, and that's pretty much because I record all my episodes or most of my episodes in advance. So if I make a mistake, I usually just correct the mistake in the description of the video, because I was only one number off, so it's all good. But anyways, this has been Drawing Kid 1313 on my spring break 1 hour special, episode 15, and I hope you join me next time. See ya!